Hey, this is Kit Cabello of Harlan's Media. We are here in the Pilsen community in the city of Chicago. I'm joined here today with.
Moises Moreno.
All right, now, the Pilsen Alliance has gathered here to talk about the gentrification that's happening in Pilsen, as well as the destruction of historic murals here in the Pilsen community due to the fact of developers coming in and changing the landscape of the neighborhood. How has the gentrification of Pilsen affected you as a one-time resident of this community?
Well, we feel that first and foremost that it's a slap in the face to the people that have been here for many many years, to our artist community that have put their life work into the Casa Aztlan. Casa Aztlan has been a center for our community for many many years. I myself included started my professional career as an organizer there. So when I saw the defacing of the mural, it was like tears coming down my eyes because I felt like no respect for our community, no regard for the history, the culture of the neighborhood. So we felt like it was just an act of war.
Now, during our Facebook live stream that could be seen on the Harlan's Media Facebook page, at the end of it, it was told that around 10,000 people have been displaced due to the fact of the rise of cost of property, rents, and it clearly has left an impact in this community. Do you know anyone that you know personally that has been affected or has been displaced because of the recent displacements that's been happening here in Pilsen?
Unfortunately, I do. I've lost many longtime friends, families in particular that I've known for many years from St. Pius Church. Got evicted for no good reason. They got a 30-day notice. Developer had purchased the building and said, "You got to go." And it was heartbreaking because as an organization, we try to help people find housing. There is a waiting list up to 3 to 6 months for affordable housing in the community. So it's heartbreaking to see people that we personally know that are being evicted and being displaced, and there really isn't much options for them. So it's heartbreaking, but it's also a challenge for us to work with our community partners that have affordable housing and to hold them accountable as well to make sure that we're not losing the best and brightest of the neighborhood.
Now, it's quite clear money in politics affects our current government. It's those who have the most money usually have the loudest voice, and they have the ears of the politicians. In regard to the developers, it's most likely all of them have millions of dollars at their backing, and that in turn affects the local aldermen and city councilmen. How many of these developers have close ties to City Hall and to the Mayor Rahm Emmanuel's administration?
I would say pretty much all of them. If you go to IllinoisSunshine.org, it outlines all the donations that elected officials are receiving. So if we follow closely with the City of Chicago zoning website. So we look at who's requesting zoning changes, and we're also cross-checking that with the people who are donating to the aldermen, to state representatives, and to the mayor. And no surprise, they're all paying to play.
Who's the largest organization?
Largest organization for
who's the largest organization that's really donating the most to the city administration, Mayor Emmanuel's administration, that's really affecting the Pilsen community and other low-income neighborhoods due to gentrification?
Well, they're all of them are giving a lot of money. So I mean, in terms of like the top, donors, I mean, we have this particular donor, for example, this particular developer for Casa Aztlan, the City Pads LLC, and Real Restoration Group. So the Real Restoration Group, the people who did the contract work, they gave $10,000 to Mayor Rahm Emmanuel's campaign, and City Pads LLC, the people who are running the building, gave $1,000 to the Alderman Solis. But there are other bigger players. They're all developers. They're all giving money to elected officials so that they can get these zoning changes. So again, the IllinoisSunshine.org outlines all the donations that elected officials are receiving from developers, and it even outlines who the top donors are. So that's a really great resource for people that are looking to see where the money's going.
And in regards to the recent news that the museum, the Mexican Museum of Fine Arts that's here in the city of Chicago, has also decided to help out and be an ally, but there was some hesitation. Why was there hesitation to have the Museum of Mexican Fine Arts be an ally?
I think there is some hesitation because hesitation on our part because of hesitation on their part. I mean, it should be a natural instinct for a Mexican museum who has all this beautiful art to not want to get involved to preserve the arts, right? So now that the political dynamics are changing, I feel like they feel the pressure to actually be partners. If you go back to IllinoisSunshine.org, you will see that the director of the museum also, has donated or has received money from elected officials. So again, everyone's paying to play except us.
All right, and a final note in regards to housing that's here in this community. Right now, what organizations are helping out low income and working class families to at least still live in Pilsen and still be part of the community?
So we are working with the Pilsen Alliance. We're reestablishing a good relationship with the Resurrection Project because they own many properties in the Pilsen neighborhood that provides affordable housing. As I had mentioned earlier, there's a waiting list up to 3 to 6 months for a low-income family to have a decent apartment. So we're trying to actively engage them as partners to push for more affordable housing. So we've identified 27 lots owned by the city of Chicago that we can actually invest in affordable housing. So it's a long-term process. We are also working with the Lawyers Committee for Better Housing, to our legal allies that are pushing for some kind of fair laws to prevent evictions. We're also working with the Metropolitan Tenants Organization to do know your rights workshops for renters that are getting their 30-day notices or who are being harassed by their landlords. So we're working with different smaller agencies, but I would say one of the big dogs in the neighborhood is the Resurrection Project, and we're actively trying to work a healthy relationship with them so that we can address this affordable housing crisis.
All right, and where can our viewers and subscribers find the Resurrection Project online, and also where can they learn more about the Pilsen Alliance as well?
Well, the Pilsen Alliance has a website, www.thepilsenalliance.org. The Resurrection Project also has their own website. If you just Google them, they're located centrally in the neighborhood, just as we are. So they're pretty open, as are we. So I encourage all your viewers and listeners to do their homework, to do their research, and find out who's out there. If anyone out there is looking for affordable housing, either reach out to us, the Pilsen Alliance, or to the Resurrection Project.
All right, well, that's a great note to end it on. Thank you for joining Hard Lens Media, and let's all do what we can to build a better future. Peace, everyone.